Hey, folks, if you love the show, show us a little love. Go down to the links below, and you can click on our YouTube, Patreon, EddiePepitone.com to get everything Eddie Pepitone and everything Apocalypse Soon. You can support this podcast for $5 or $20 each month, and we'll get you the podcast the day it comes out. Plus, for the $20 supporters, you'll get some nice apparel, and we'll get you some exclusive stand-up clips of Eddie Pepitone doing stand-up, the stuff you love the most. And now, let's get into the show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stray dogs, animals that can hear this podcast, welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside. And we're here. We are free, baby. We're in the park and we're loving life, celebrating what God has created. He's a beautiful man. He's dressed to the nines. It's Eddie Pepitone.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nipples Everywhere, the OnlyFans version of Apocalypse Soon. I'm Eddie Pepitone. This is Kevin Tinkin. It was my idea today to get some vitamin D because, as I was saying, and welcome everybody, it's Happy St. Patrick's Day. We have a nice St. Patrick's treat that we're going to share with you. And we're here in the green of Ireland has so much green.
You've been to Ireland? I haven't. I love Ireland, though. I've got a lot of Irish in me. So
you do?
I do. Yeah. I
have some.
My mother used to have a business, and her group of women that she led were called the Bonnie Jean Lasses.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The little lassies.
The little lassies.
Mm-hmm. She was selling makeup.
It was a shitty TV show.
Yes.
Lassie. I don't know. Most of you don't remember this. You have to be very old, like my age. But Lassie was about a collie and a family that had the collie. And Lassie would always get fucking lost. Yeah. Every episode, it'd be like, "Where's Lassie?" And I'd be like, "She's right behind you." They never saw. You know how a dog can sneak right behind you?
Yeah. You always saw Lassie in the background, peeking behind a tree.
I'm right here.
Speaking of trees, we're in the aftermath of our experience. We
have decided that we're only going to podcast behind trees that have already fallen on us.
That's right, lightning can't strike twice when it comes to a tree falling over.
Well, the only thing that can happen with this one is the stump, gets life and just jettisons out of the ground.
Yes. Well, the nice thing about our skin tone out here, I do want to say, is when the ants start crawling on us, it'll be very visible to the camera. The contrast of dark black ant on the just the pale skin. And Eddie's got some avocados.
So this
out
is
here.
For St. Pat's Day. I brought some fresh green avocados, and me and Kevin, I brought salt. I love salt. There's a whole thing about salt not being good for you, Well, this is organic, so we can...
It's fine. It's great. Here, let me get one of those bad boys.
Yeah, you take your own.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's, everybody.
I don't think I've ever peeled an avocado with my fingers.
What I'm realizing is it's hard to do with the microphone. And then just liberally, if this is a food show, liberally put the salt on.
You got to do it. You got to do it.
This podcast is about life itself. Right, Kev?
Absolutely.
And life is not clean. And you have to eat. You have to enjoy life. And we're enjoying it today.
This is living. Life is for the living, and we are alive.
In our natural element. Here's the salt.
Here, let me get this.
You want me to? I'll do it. I'll sprinkle.
Thank you.
I don't know how much you want. Is that good?
Beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Life's for the living, and we are celebrating the fact that we are able to continue living, even when Mother Nature tries to stop us.
Now I know, folks, that this content is not the most intelligent, and particularly if people are just listening to this, they really are getting fucked.
They really are. Well, and what's nice about this too is that was good. A discarded avocado pit. Can you imagine if an avocado tree were to sprout out here in beautiful northern Hollywood,
Yeah.
that would be nice. Well, we're getting our omega-3s out here.
Wow, that was really good. I needed that.
You have it on the back of your right shoulder somehow.
That's okay. That's okay. Oh my God! I just want to say it's been a busy week for me. I did a film. I did an indie film. I've been like accumulating all these like indie film projects. You know, I don't get the big films because I'm the same type as Brad Pitt, and they offer it to the bigger names first, like Pitt and Clooney, DiCaprio. I was up for Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was up for DiCaprio's part, but I was eliminated very quickly. I didn't even make it to the audition room. They told me via a telegram, a Western Union.
That's stop.
Stop. Really stop.
Do not book this man. Stop.
But
I could see you seducing a native population into a, submission.
well, I would, as progressive as I am, I would do whatever it takes to get land.
Absolutely. By the way, do you ever use your socks like this as just an extra napkin?
Well, I gave you a fucking...
Did you? Oh, God.
Yeah. But yes, I have done all kinds of stuff like that, and I think that's what men do. We wipe our hands on our clothes
Absolutely.
when there's no napkin available.
My wife doesn't understand.
My wife,
she always gets upset because I'll tell my son, like, rub his dirty hands on his pants or whatever, and
yeah.
I'm like, it's right there, it's
Well,
hard.
Anyway, it feels good to be soaking in some vitamin D and talking about our careers. And, I did 2 films.
Yes, please.
I mean, one film this week, but I'm in like another one called Mysterious Ways.
Ooh.
In this film, I play a rabbi who gives an exorcism.
I am so excited to see that. Is it dramatic or is it comical?
It's a comedy.
I love it. I love it. Did you get the holy water and everything?
No, because it was Judaism is not.
Oh.
They don't do holy water. That's the opposite.
Wait a second. There's Jewish exorcisms? That's the bit.
That's kind of the bit.
I see. You're throwing unleavened bread at them? And,
no. No, but you'll see in the movie. It's called Dead. And then this other one I'm in is Mysterious Ways, and that's been going through the Sci-Fi Horror Festival
oh, wow.
circuit a little bit. Tyler Eaton wrote and directed it, and I may go to one of those sci-fi festivals. It's in Phoenix, so I'm not sure if I'm going to go or not. Because
if you do go, let me know, because I'd love to go with something like that with you. Yeah, we could even do some pod acting.
Yeah,
out there, get some characters.
If the timing works out as far as scheduling, yeah. So anyway, I did 2 days filming, and that was right on the heels of getting back from Oregon.
Yep.
And I did a couple spots at the Comedy Store. You were there last night.
Great set last night. Amazing set.
I had a good time. That's the thing with stand-up, right? Is that, it's being able to access the funny button.
Yes.
The funny zone.
Yeah.
Welcome to the funny zone.
Watch your humorous. He'll get you. Watch your armpits. Yeah, you. I would even call it a kind of an aura of humor, because there is, and I've seen you get into it very easily. The just kind of the what you're saying and necessarily what you're doing, on paper might not be considered, comedy gold. But
for sure,
when you put it together with the, fourth dimension of what you're doing, you just a little look, or you going, I thought there would be more pushback. You guys are too easy. Like, just you're playing with the mood, which I love.
It was a good crowd, but when I was really doing kind of like indie alternative comedy, I felt like there was a bunch of silence, but I always hear the laughter of a couple of people who are totally getting me.
Yes.
And that spurs me on, you know?
Absolutely. Hey, you got a little...
That's
you
okay.
still got a little green in there.
I mean, I think at this point, we're friends with everybody out there. And, you know, I mean, really, are you going to not become a Patreon? Are you going to cancel your Patreon membership because I've got a little avocado in my mustache?
I mean, I hope our viewers aren't that shallow, you know?
No, you're not. You're going to cancel your Patreon membership for the lack of content.
That's right. Not
and that's
for the
way
avocado.
It should be.
That's right. Well, speaking of content, I think we probably should just get right into a little sketch action.
Okay.
You got anything that's just tickling your creativity right now? You want to jump into?
I think we should go with an ode to Pepitone.
I love it. And now for a scent that is not neglected, the downtrodden and the sad. It is Eau de Pepitone.
Are you feeling like shit? Do you want to accentuate that feeling? Are you feeling like garbage? And I'm talking about the garbage that a restaurant puts out. Not the type of garbage that you see in a yoga studio. That's very sanitized garbage. I'm talking about the garbage behind a restaurant where rats are eating it, where the disenfranchised are rummaging through it, where the meat has deteriorated and the maggots are on it. And I'm not just talking about Republicans or most Democrats. I am talking about maggots.
Pepitone.
Eau de Pepitone can give you that feeling. If you want to be rotted garbage, this is the perfume for you.
Pepitone.
This is a perfume where you put a little on your neck, a little on your wrist, and you are ready to stay inside for 2 weeks and don't go out at all. That's right. Eau de Pepitone is the type of perfume that is used by people who live underground, is used by people who never leave their apartments. Eau de Pepitone is the type of perfume that says, I live on the periphery of society. Pepitone. Eau de Pepitone is the type of perfume that says, I owe everyone I know between $300 and $4,000.
Pepitone.
Eau de Pepitone is the type of perfume that says, I think my days are numbered on this planet. Eau de Pepitone is manufactured by little creatures that are so despondent. Little beings from the Amazon forest. Their despondency is legendary. They are called the Despondents.
Pepitone.
Alexander Payne didn't even want to make a movie about these people. They're so despondent, and he's known for his depressive subject matter.
Pepitone.
Alexander Payne, look him up. He did Holdovers, which is a great movie, and he did another movie with George Clooney about him losing his wife. Anyway, he wouldn't do it about the little despondent beings that manufacture Eau de Pepitone.
Pepitone.
That's right, these creatures are so despondent that when you say good morning to you, they say, I am fucked.
Pepitone.
That is their good morning. They wave to each other going, I am fucked.
Pepitone.
Eau de Pepitone, I hope, is something that you can buy. It's available in little holes that are dug by groundhogs and moles. Eau de Pepitone is only available in holes dug by moles.
Natural storage.
Eau de Pepitone. And please, if you order now, you will get 1 vial of our special Eau de Pepitone mixture that is designed for nuclear war. That's right, with all the conflicts going on the planet and only getting worse, there is a little bit of Eau de Pepitone available that when you put it on, you can walk through the radiated background. So order your Eau de Pepitone now.
Pick it up today. Available in Fallout Zones and subterranean rodent homes. Eddie,
Yes.
it's time to spring clean that underwear drawer. Before the hot weather hits, make sure to switch to Sheath and stay fresh and sweat-free all season long. Sheath underwear is unlike anything else. It comes with 2 pouches. Put your dick in 1 pouch and your balls in another.
I'll tell you, if there's anything that beats having a pouch for your dick and balls, please inform me. I don't think there's anything better.
Oh, yeah, it keeps everything separated so things don't get stuck together and turn into a sweaty
It's like
mess.
the separation of church and state.
It is, because you don't want the influence down there.
Go ahead.
You've used it, right?
Yes, I have them, yes.
I like it. It was a little
Yeah.
bit awkward at first, but once I got into it...
My
I'm used to
penis
it.
is so small that I don't... the pouch, it's not that...
It's roomy.
Anyway, I don't want to give away too much.
With an added bonus of making your package look awesome, you truly can't go wrong. You can even build your own underwear bundle on their website to make sure you have a pair for every day of the week. Go to sheathunderwear.com and use code PEP to get 20% off your first order, plus Sheath Underwear's 100% money-back guarantee. That's sheathunderwear.com, promo code PEP. Get Sheath Underwear. Support the show and support your balls.
Absolutely. Wow, I think we got off to a good start.
It's good. I love. I'm surprised by the lack of attention our shirtlessness is getting here in the
Well,
park.
I think people look at this and they go, there, but for the grace of God, go I.
Aren't they sweet? You see those 2 boys? Oh, they're so special.
It would be
sitting over
funny
there.
if people just started throwing change at us.
Or shirts. People, hey, here you go, pal. Here you go. No, we have them here. Yeah. Go ahead.
Ponchos or canvas items.
Yeah,
Cubics of fabric.
yeah. Just blankets.
Honey, do we have a yard of fabric we can give these fellas?
Oh, it just breaks my heart seeing those boys out there all exposed.
It breaks my heart. I love that. I love accents, and there's this whole element to policing.
Oh yeah.
Some comedy now where you can't take certain accents, and I've been watching old SCTVs. Did you ever watch SCTV with
dude.
Eugene Levy, Catherine Harry,
Martin Short?
Martin Short came on later, Joe Flaherty,
Yeah.
Dave Thomas, Andrea Martin.
Yeah.
And they're so fucking funny.
Rick Moranis?
Rick Moranis.
Uh-huh.
Is it Moranis or Moranis?
I think it's Moranis, but I like Moranis because it has anus in it. SCTV is great.
They did all these kind of really funny ethnic characters.
Yes.
I don't know if they would fly now, but I like taking this accent. Hello, do you want to make a butterball turkey? Honey, will you help me?
Oh, we got something lovely for y'all today. You're just going to love this turkey.
Welcome to Cooking with Kevin and Eddie.
How y'all doing today?
How y'all doing? We live in poverty.
That's
on
right.
the edges of what I like to call society.
And just because you're in poverty don't mean you can't live with a little style and grace, y'all.
That's right.
Just because we're out here sitting in a park with nothing but our pants on doesn't mean we can't live out here with a little grace and a little bit of dignity when we
That's
make our
right.
butterball turkey.
Now, last week we showed you how to make a nuclear bomb. We're going to switch it up and show you how to make a butterball
That's
turkey.
right. That's right.
Now, what you do, you take a nice butterball turkey, right, Kev?
That's right. Now, that's going to have to be theoretical for y'all because we don't have the means to get the turkey
No,
here.
but
you
we're
can
gonna
visualize
describe it.
Yeah. Y'all can see it.
We can't afford the butterball.
We can't afford the butterball, but I tell you what, we got a beautiful representation right here. A couple butterballs sitting here in the park now.
And also, and last week, if you saw it, we just read Bob Oppenheimer's
That's right.
way to make a nuclear bomb.
Oh, Bobby Ops.
Bobby
Ops. Just
Very good looking guy.
beautiful man.
Looked a lot like Cillian Murphy.
You know, he could really wear a hat, can he?
He really could.
He really can wear a hat.
Anyway, get the butterball turkey.
That's right.
And what you do is you have a big pot of oil. We're very fond of oil down here.
Oh, y'all got to get yourself a big old pot of it.
Big old pot of it. And it doesn't have to be virgin or extra virgin. As a matter of fact, I use olive oil that's called I've Been Round the Block.
Oh, and it works just so good, y'all. And if you can't get a hold of that, find yourself just a local Carl's Jr. Go around the back, find the grease trap, and get a couple of ladles from the grease trap.
Yeah, you can easily get into a Carl's Jr. and distract them. Say something like, "There's an active shooter in the front," and
That's right.
they will run out the back, and then you'll have the back.
What I like to do, I like to bring a fan, and I'll wear a short skirt or like a long blowy dress. I'll go
Yeah.
out in the front, and the fan will be blowing my dress up, and then everybody, of course, looking out front. Meanwhile, you're in the back getting the grease trap cleaned out, and I'm up front holding the
Look,
dress down.
What we're talking about is American ingenuity. Yes, there are billionaires. Jeff Bezos might be the first trillionaire,
Mm-hmm.
but most of us, as you know, are living from hand to mouth.
That's right.
And
that's
so
right.
you got to use your wits.
That's right. Just like this right here. You see, look at this. Just some caution tape. Most people would see this and go, y'all, that's crazy. Why would you use that? But it's like, you know what? We got a sprucing up right here, and we got this beautiful yellow caution tape. Goes great with the yellow.
It was already
of our
here.
skin. Yeah.
It was already here.
And we're just using it, y'all.
That's right. So get the butterball turkey and put it in the oil. In the oil, you want it hot. You want the oil hot enough.
Dangerously hot.
Correct. I was just going to say you want the oil hot enough where it can alter your appearance if it gets on your face.
That's right, y'all. I got a few scars on here. Get a couple memories
That's
of
okay.
great Thanksgivings in the past.
Yes.
But, when you're putting it together, those are all just little tidbits, and as you get older, you look past and go, oh, I remember that. That was 97. Oh, that was 2012. I remember that. Lost a whole arm just about.
Yes, you did. And you know what was great about that is that you were able to get a prosthesis, and you did not pay for the prosthesis. And for those of you who don't know what a prosthesis is, it's a robot that will fuck you from behind.
That's right. Now, I have challenged that definition before with y'all, but, it is true.
I'm just having some fun. So, anyway, put the butterball in the hot oil
Fully
and get
submerged.
back. Wear goggles if you can.
No shirt necessary.
No shirt necessary.
But cover those eyes, y'all.
Yeah, but cover the eyes because you need your peepers.
Oh, yeah.
Jeepers.
Jeepers creepers.
Creepers.
Take a look at those peepers.
Where'd you get them peepers? Jeepers. Creepers. Where'd you get them
eyes? Oh,
anyway,
I love it singing with you.
I love singing
That's
with
so
you.
nice out here in the sun.
I love singing with you. And now you dip the oil, you dip the butterball in that oil and let it cook.
Oh, you gotta let it cook, y'all.
How
Don't be
many
afraid.
minutes did we decide on?
I think we decided on about 45 minutes.
45 minutes
Deep
in red
in
hot oil.
Red hot oil. Get in there. Take a look. Keep your goggles on. But
keep your goggles on and season the oil.
oh yeah, you got.
We like to season it with sage, a little tamarind,
Oh, you got to put that in there.
a little parsley, cumin,
Turmeric.
turmeric, and the most important ingredient of all is eau de peppertone.
Peppertone. It adds that extra little spice, that extra little something. People go, what is that? I don't even know if I like it.
You know what?
But what is it?
I know. When I taste eau de peppertone, my body shakes.
Oh, you get a little shimmer?
Yeah.
You get a little shiver shake?
Yeah.
Like when you see a Christmas tree for the first time, in the holiday season, you go, ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Just a little tingle running up your spine. I love it.
So then, when you see about 45 minutes and it looks kind of nice and brown, then get the big tongs. I have a pair of tongs that was used to pull out frozen dead creatures in my old grandpappy's house.
That's right.
Do you know those dead creature tongs?
Oh, yeah. I remember because you got to have a day job, y'all, and this man works hard. He works very hard.
I've worked and I'll do any job that I have to keep me in butterballs.
That's right. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, if you don't have tongs, feel free to just grab a couple of wire hangers, put them together, get a little hook
I have
going.
so many wire hangers from abortions.
Don't get him started.
I have so many wire hangers from abortion.
That's right. You collecting them wire hangers. It's a veritable historical museum in your living room.
And we do want to remind you to support your. That's it for the turkey, and that should be fine. But we do want to remind you, support your little community schools and support your little. What I like to do is, instead of giving money to schools or youth organizations, I just give it to mechanics who can blow me.
Oh, that's just
Right?
that's just practical right there.
Auto mechanics who humdinger.
You give them a humdinger, say, hey, change my oil, and then check my oil, if you know what I mean. And then
I know what you mean.
I put your dipstick wherever you like it, check the level.
Hell yeah. All right, this is Kevin and Eddie saying we'll see you next week. I don't know if it's going to be a nuclear bomb or fricassee duck, but it'll be something.
Stay blessed, y'all.
Bless y'all. All right, well, that was a nice little...
We could have done the rest of the podcast.
I know. I'm wondering how many people will have shut it halfway through that.
We really are throwing down the gauntlet today.
We really are.
Viewer just resistance. Like, oh, you want to have a problem with this podcast? Well, we'll give you a couple of reasons right now.
Yes, that's right.
But, I think our viewer base, there's so much love there.
There
it'd be hard to scare them away, with a dandy
Should we try
accent.
to cleanse the palate with Guided?
I would love that.
Let's try
I would
to
love
do that. An old tried and true one instead of, winging it with the Southern Butterball fucking lunatic people.
Y'all won't get Butterball. Y'all won't get the team Butterball. All right.
Boy, there's heavy air traffic today.
There really is.
Helicopters, planes, drones.
And now, as the government vehicles hover above you and the puppies run around as your skin burns to a crisp in North Hollywood, enjoy another beautiful, beautiful guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day or evening, and I want to jettison you into a beautiful place, as always. I want you to start. I hope you all are in light-fitting clothing, as usual. And I want you to start today. Imagine yourself being a small dachshund. That's right, just a small, playful dachshund. Picture that in your mind. You see a small dachshund, and I love dachshunds, and it's not just because I love dogs in general, but dachshunds seem to have a beautiful, beautiful temperament. And just imagine yourself being a little dachshund, and you've just relieved yourself, and your owner is picking it up, and you're very self-satisfied that someone grabs your excrement. And now I want you to envision yourself as the dachshund, seeing a little corgi just a little bit away. And you run to the corgi, and the corgi bites you. And it draws blood. The corgi has drawn blood. See that with your first in-breath, okay? And don't worry, I know it's violent, but it's gonna go to a nicer place. And with your first out-breath, I want you to let go of all the blood that the dachshund is letting out. And the dachshund is quite frankly dying, and you are the dachshund. And you're dying. But here's the kicker. We always come back to life. This is a metaphor, this dachshund dying, and the corgi sinking its teeth into the dachshund's jugular. And I'm not talking about jugglers that are referenced a lot during driving in the rain, delivering burritos to a juggler. Up, ants again. I hope this thing isn't full. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the corgi has gone into the jugular vein of the dachshund, and that is what is called failure. We go through a lot of failures, but with this out-breath, I want you to breathe out the failure and come to life. And now you are a beautiful golden retriever. You're beautiful. You've got the shiny coat that a retriever has, and you're running across the park chasing a squirrel, and you do start limping because you tore your ACL. Again, that's the difficulty in life. All right, so breathe that in. Beautiful golden retriever, torn ACL, because that's just part of life. And now I want you to breathe out the torn ACL, and again breathe in the fact that you're a new dog. You are a Saint Bernard, and I'm not talking about one of those Saint Bernards who just hang out in small apartments. I'm talking about a Saint Bernard that actually has the thing, the root beer mug, around their neck, and they deliver their beer or whatever the liquid is. Let's say you, as the Saint Bernard, you deliver eau de pepitone. Eau de pepitone, a fragrance for the despondent, a fragrance for people who know that even though they're down to just a hot plate and a can of beans, and they are writing in blood on the wall, they're writing backwards in blood on the wall, God is dead. I want you to... Well, I forgot where I am in this bit.
Thanks for joining us on another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Ooh, that felt good. I mean, I know it was kind of a, bailing out.
Well, I'll tell you what, whatever you were doing, an actual corgi came over to us.
Oh, my God.
During the meditation.
I hope. Do you think the camera got it?
I don't think it got it.
What
it's
a sweetie. I'm looking at it now,
corgi.
and it's an interesting corgi. It's black and white as opposed to the brown and white corgis,
Yeah.
What a
very
sweetie.
Cute. My buddy used to have corgis, 2 of them. And they
really?
They were the sweetest dogs, but man, if a door knock or a doorbell...
Oh, were they big barkers? I never lived with a corgi.
Yeah, I love those dogs, but yeah, they would go
they're very
wild.
protective.
Yes. Yeah. Well, apparently they're good for people with kids because they're very protective of children, so...
You know who else is really protective? Are drug addicts.
Yes.
Like if you knock on their door, there's a lot of who is it?
There's a big alert.
Or turn the lights off. Turn the lights off.
Yeah. Have you ever spent any time in a drug house?
I'm seriously thinking about this. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. On the east side of Vancouver with my friend Happy, believe it or not.
Happy.
And Vancouver. Yeah, his name is Happy. And in Vancouver, they are renowned, and Happy is this incredible guy who works with, homeless people, a lot of drug addicts, and they try to get them clean, and they also give them needles, which is controversial here in the United States. Now, giving drug needle, I didn't understand it, so I brought all these sewing needles.
Yeah.
And I was reprimanded for that, but I also did some close-up magic with the sewing needles for all of the drug addicts. Like I would swallow. Have you ever seen a magician swallow?
Dude, yes.
Well, I did that for them,
Well,
and
that's
it didn't
nice
go
of you.
as well as I had hoped. I've been kicked out of the Magic Castle.
Well, usually when people swallow it, they pull out, it's like a clean,
Yeah.
and they're not injured. Which
Right.
is, I think, the part of the trick that you still need a little work on.
Is the bleeding tongue?
Yeah. There's always a lot of blood. You're coughing. It's
Yeah.
less magic and just this guy, is he really doesn't value his own life. But that is magical.
Right.
If you look
Right.
at it in a different way.
Right. You want to do a driving in the rain to wrap it up?
Absolutely.
Let's do a driving in the rain and then go into the wrap.
And now, Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.
It was a cold, cold night in Southern California. It was really cold, and the rain was pelting my car. The kind of pelting that only a trapper in the 18th century or early 19th century, I'm not sure because I don't read, but it's the kind of pelts. The pelts were hitting the car like actual pelts that used to be traded by trappers in Canada, in Oregon, for goods and services. And my car, my 2006 Honda Element, my car that was Uber Eats / Lyft / Uber / DoorDash / Instacart / Bloodmobile / Riss / Bookmobile. This car did everything for me, and the rain was coming down sideways. You know how life can go sideways? Well, this rain was going sideways, and my windows couldn't go up because I had a malfunction with the electric windows. I had always told the wife, why are we going electric with the windows? Let's do the roll-up kind. I like manual, but she insisted. She wanted to impress the neighbors with electric windows, so now they were fucked, and the rain was pelting me now. The rain was hitting me like so many little shots of tequila. You know, when you take little shots of tequila to try to forget about the debt you're in, or try to forget about the genocide that your country is financing, or little shots of tequila that you take to try to forget about the fact that you found another growth on your leg, and this time it looks serious. Or you look in the mirror and spelled out on your chest is "please help me," and it's coming from inside your chest cavity. Inside. Well, anyway, that's how the rain was hitting me, and I had to get this 4-cheese pizza, Quattro Formaggio, to a man known only by one name, and his name was Fuckface. That's right. Fuckface was a famous gangster here in Los Angeles, and you did not screw around with Fuckface. Fuckface only ate one Formaggio pizza a day. That was his entire diet. And I was the delivery guy today that had to get Fuckface his pizza. And there were dead bodies floating all around Fuckface's building. As I approached his building, I wasn't sure if the dead bodies were from the atmospheric river of rain, or that Fuckface had been on a rampage. But I did recognize a couple of delivery guys floating by me, and I was like, uh-oh, I better get this pizza to Fuckface, and it better be warm. as I approached his building and dodged the dead bodies with my 2006 Honda Element. Fuckface was on the balcony yelling, "Over here! Over here!" And I was like, "I can't understand you. Over here! I've got your pizza, fuckface." He didn't like being called fuckface, even though that's what he was known as. "I'm over here." As Fuckface sent his corgi out to greet me. He had a beautiful black and white corgi. And I said, "Is that your dog, Fuckface?" And he said, "I love corgis. They're protective." I said, "What do I do with the Formaggio? Ring 2D? Ring 2D?" I said, "You sound better. Ring 2D and then hashtag or pound 34 underscore 5 9 TLYZ." I said, "No wonder there's so many dead delivery guys. How do you fucking remember all that?" "I'm sorry." But luckily I had taped what he said, and I knew the numbers and the symbols. I buzzed myself in, and I walked up the stairs. The ceiling was leaking in Fuckface's beautiful palatial pad that overlooked the city of Los Angeles that he sent fear into. I said, "Here's your Formaggio pizza." He said, "Where's the red pepper?" And with that, I turned and hightailed it out of there and got into my car and drove back into the rain.
Thanks for joining us on another Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.
But we had an interest. I think the podcast today was more than interesting. You
Yes.
know,
Well, not only were we, I think, audibly pleasing, but the visuals that the viewer is going to have to experience here today
yeah.
is something truly unique and special.
And it's the first time, I believe, that we shared a meal on camera. I
Yes.
think one time when I was stoned. By the way, I have like 106 days sober.
Amazing.
And I remember when I was stoned out of my mind with you and Bruce. Oh, that wasn't our podcast.
That was- yeah, that
so
was
this
on-
is the first time we've eaten on this one, because I remember I was just eating fucking yogurt.
You're
or
eating
something.
yogurt with sunflower seeds in it. Yeah. Yeah, you were getting after it. It was hilarious. You were riffing, munching. It's great.
As one does when they're high. But I'm enjoying sobriety, and I'm a little tired here today, but I thought we pulled it off.
I think we pulled it off very well.
Yep.
Folks, if you like this podcast, you want to support us, go over to patreon.com/Eddie Pepitone, and you can give us $5 or $20.
Bread or
and,
circus, folks.
and that'll help us out a ton. Let us know that you're paying attention. We'll get you the video of this podcast the day that it comes out, and of course some extra footage of Mr. Pepitone doing what he does best, which is of course stand-up comedy. And then go over to YouTube, subscribe over there, and like and all that good stuff. Feel free to send us an email at eddiepepodcast@gmail.com. Let us know you're listening and you're enjoying the show.
Yeah, everybody, and remember, you have just watched Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside.